An interest of my work is taking the archaic myths and linking them to contemporary figures. Hello, my name is Samuel Abelow. I'm a multimedia artist living in the United States. I have been studying world myths with the lens of archetypes for many years now. My art practice corresponds with my own Jungian analysis. The left side, his dark eye piercing into the underworld, so to speak, of moodiness and dramatic intensity. The right side, his intellect, maybe blinded or even bloody, representing that dismemberment that Jung speaks of. What Jung points out in a certain quote is that this dismemberment, this chaos and loss of self and confusion, if it doesn't lead to death and total demise, this condition guarantees a later resurrection, he says. We should never consider a thing as permanently lost. If it is apparently extinguished, it is simply transformed into a dormant condition, an incubating condition, which means the inauguration of a new change. So it's possible that through your shortcomings, through one's depressive moods or failed relationship, that those contents, those patterns that led to that issue or that set of issues can fall back into unconsciousness, into in a state of unawareness of what that really was about, to later be transformed and come up again in a new way, in a creative way. And if one continues to have this experience of a dualism between spirituality and sensuality, for example, Jung suggests that a great energy springs up from a correspondingly great tension of opposites. The greater the tension, the greater the potential, he says. So even if one cannot resolve their spiritual longings and their sensual desires, at least being able to hold those different and seemingly competing values or interests and to just be aware of them is a process in and of itself. So if you found this Jung quote and the mysticism and the psychology here of interest, you may like to dive deeper in a more full-length video that I made focusing on Soundcloud rappers as examples of the Orpheus archetype. So take a look at that series on my main channel, sort of centering around my art practice and the psychological investigations I do as a part of that work. And definitely click subscribe if you found this useful, and thanks for listening.